Hello Pisces, and welcome to your mid-monthly June reading. I hope that you are all well and finding time to take care of yourselves and all of that good stuff. So that's some really lovely energies coming in for you Pisces. Right now I'm getting the feeling that for a lot of you there's a lot of concern or question about physical well-being, physical security, money, a sense of safety and overall well-being. But what I want you to know is that you're in an energy of protection right now. So even if you're experiencing some anxiety about that, you are in an energy of protection. And I do see for some of you, this is really a time for getting serious about what's next, about focusing in on making plans, figuring out what concrete steps you could make moving forward, and stabilizing your finances and things like that. So many of you are going to be more focused on stabilizing things financially and etc., more than on romance right now. But there will be a focus on friends and family. And I feel like in the next 8 to 10 weeks, there's going to be an unexpected offer or 2 or 3 that feel like they're around money. And this could be something as something like a gift from a family member who's going to loan you a little bit of money. Potentially it could be being accepted for a loan or something like that, possibly even a student loan type of thing, but where some unexpected money will come in for you. That will help bridge the gap, a short-term solution. In general, there's a sense that the energies are calming all the way around. So even in the midst of change and in the midst of unknown and unexpected things, that edginess of the energy is really calming down this week. And you might be interested in developing a daily practice of well-being. That could include meditation. I was also getting for some of you, if you're not already involved with law of attraction, you may be interested in exploring that a little bit more. There's a lot of really cool resources on YouTube around law of attraction that can be really helpful. And the takeaway from that is really staying focused and learning to stay focused on what you're trying to cultivate. You do a pretty good job staying positive, but you're in a place where you can amp that up to the next level, where you can really bring that full circle and gain a deeper understanding of things like the law of attraction and how that could work in your life. I really feel like this time for you right now, this current phase is a building block, and it's just going to help you. This is kind of like the first step, and in the next several months to the next couple of years, you're going to be really creating more and more stability in your life, particularly again around finances and just a sense of stability and calm, okay? And then I got a specific message for some of you who have male counterparts in your life, and this could be sons. You might have sons, or it could be your father, brothers, nephews. There's an exchange of energy here that's really powerful and important right now. And what I was getting is there's a mutual admiration and respect between you and these male figures in your life. These feel like males that are related to you in some way, but they could be close friends as well. But people that are in your life on a regular basis. And for those of you who have younger males in your life, whether those are your sons or your nephews or maybe even children that you take care of, they're really going to be looking to you right now for nurturing and caring, kind of mothering a little bit. So again, that's a very powerful healing connection for both of you. And so those are the messages that were coming through, Pisces, for you. Let's go ahead and look at the cards and see what other information might be available to you as we look ahead for the next couple weeks in June. And as I said, sometimes the energies, when they come to me, sometimes it'll actually be longer out. So even if I'm reading for the last couple weeks of June, sometimes the energies extend out. So it might be 6, 8, 10 weeks, sometimes even longer. And if those time frames come up, I will definitely let you know. So let's see, Pisces, what additional messages Spirit has for you. For Pisces. All that glitters. This is such a fun card. This card has a couple of different meanings in general. Sometimes it means not to get too distracted with all the material things, not to get distracted with the next shiny object, but really to stay focused on a grounded energy that's in front of you. Like, again, I was talking about stability and what helps create stability in your life. Maybe for some of you, it is about getting more focused, being less distracted with shiny objects, so to speak, so that you can start creating the life that you want, which includes stability, right? I think sometimes, particularly in the areas of law of attraction, which I was talking about earlier, but particularly in those areas, sometimes we can get, and I'll say disillusioned, and we can get very attached to the idea of feeling a certain way or having to rely on external factors to feel a certain way. Like, I won't be happy until I get that house, or I won't be happy until I get that new car. So I feel like in this case, this is a reminder that we can appreciate what we have here and now and use the here and now to be happy with what is. And when we're in that place of acceptance, new opportunities flow our way easily, so easily. I feel like for most of you, that's what this card is representing today. And for others of you, it is also representing a sense of abundance and things coming in and, you know, appreciating that, being grateful for the gifts that are being offered to you. The next card out is Chaos and Conflict. I'm just tapping into the energy of this card. This feels to me like an inner conflict. This may be something that you're wrestling with internally, a belief, a feeling, a thought that's going on inside of you. This may be a pattern, something that you've wrestled with before that's coming up again right now, and it may very well have to do with financial stability or stability in general. Knowing that, you know, really trusting and knowing that life will take care of you. And for some of you, I feel like that's a conflict that you don't quite believe that you're going to be taken care of. And the last card out is Observer. I'll pull some clarifying cards on this. I feel like for some of you, okay, I have two messages here. For some of you, this is, you may be in the spotlight, but you don't know it yet. People, like for example, in the work environment, may be watching the good work that you're doing. And I feel like you are doing a really good job. For those of you that are working and, you know, maybe even trying to make your way, quote unquote, up the ladder, I feel like your boss, you know, other bosses, people in the leadership chain, that they're watching you and they see what a good job you're doing. And they're going to continue to see that as you work on that energy of stability, groundedness, maturity. They're going to continue to see that energy in you. And as they do, that's going to help bring about that additional abundance, right? That additional stability and abundance that you're looking for. Possibly a raise or a bonus of some kind. That's possible. For others of you, I feel like this is you standing on the sideline, watching other people get what you want, Other people are getting the raise. Other people are getting the partner. Other people are getting their wish fulfillment. And I'd like to remind you that when we're seeing other people have those experiences and we're coming from a place of judgment or fear or anxiety because we see other people getting those things that we wish and desire, we're generating the energy of, well, we're coming from a place of lack, right? First of all, we're coming from a place of, I don't believe I'm worthy of that, or is there something wrong with me that's not coming to me? And hi, Edward. Are you going to lay down? So there's no lack in this reading. You can see Edward has joined us, and I'll move him shortly. So again, for some of you, you might be seeing those situations, and it might be creating a sense of envy or sadness within you. And I want to remind you that, a different way of looking at that, and this is that law of attraction piece also that I was talking about. Not just attracting money and things like that, but being in vibration, in a state of mind where you can experience a feeling of happiness and joy from the inside out. And when we're able to adjust our emotions that way and adjust our perceptions that way, things begin to flow easily to us. Okay? All right, it's time for Edward to go. Excuse me. Okay, we're back without Edward. We'll see how long that lasts. All right, my friends. So let's take a look at where you are in the current energy, okay? So in this current energy, all these pieces, where is Pisces in the current energy? Where is Pisces in the current energy? I have to say, Pisces, overall, I'm really feeling a very positive energy around you. And what I mean by that is there's a very stable energy around you right now. And that's a really good thing, right? We can build a lot on a stable foundation. And it might take longer, it might feel slower, we might get frustrated with the process. But actually, when we create that stable foundation, we are much better prepared over time to bring in more abundance and so forth. So the first card out is Adjacent Possibilities. So again, this card comes to me in two ways. It comes to me as, when you're focusing on the positive and you're focusing on what you already have and what's already working in your life, you become more aware of the things around you that align with that way of thinking. And so there may be opportunities around you for either stabilizing your finances, getting a new job, maybe creating a partnership that you're not seeing right now because you're so focused possibly on what's not working. So again, the reminder here is to stay focused on what is working. For some of you, this could be different job offers coming in or different opportunities. In the channeling, what I got was some of you might be receiving money. And I feel like for those of you that resonates with or will resonate with, if you don't know yet, there's multiple sources of that money. And again, it could be a loan, it could be from a family member, could be a bank loan, but there's multiple sources coming in. So I feel like this card is reinforcing that. And the Angel of Balance. I feel like this is where this is the energy you're coming into right now. This very serene energy. You know that you're protected. You know that you know enough about life to know that everything's going to be okay. And there's a very stabilizing, grounding energy to this. And I'm seeing here, you're just at the beginning of this. Wow, this is beautiful. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but at her heart center, there's a pink light there. There's pink energy. And what I'm seeing in that is that she's having the experience of compassion and appreciation and joy for this object that she's holding. which looks like a beautiful bottle, maybe of perfume or something. It looks like something valuable to her. And she's really honoring it, and she's really appreciating it. And I feel like this is that energy you're stepping into and or needing to embrace more, so that you continue to be open and available to the possibilities that are unfolding for you. The garden and the gate. So this speaks to me very similarly about all this abundance around you and where you are in that journey, right? Not only mentally and emotionally, how you orient yourself to abundance. There's a part of you, for some of you, there's a part of you that's kind of afraid to dream too big. It feels like, hello, Edward. Edward really enjoys your reading, Pisces. For some of you, it feels like dreaming too big, it doesn't feel scary. It just feels impossible. It's like somebody told you along the line, like, if you, like, don't want too much, it's selfish if you want too much, or something like that. You're being constrained by some kind of belief or thought pattern here that keeps you from really connecting in with the fullest potential of your abundance. And again, I want to preface, abundance is not always about money, right? Abundance is a state of mind. And when we're in alignment with that knowing inside, then we become in alignment with all the other gifts that are available to us. So I feel like for some of you, there's more work to be done around this belief system and how you can become more in alignment with your worth so that you can receive all the abundance that's available to you. Oh, poor Edward. I don't think I mentioned I recently moved my reading space into another room in the house, and it is set up in such a way that I'm not able to keep the cats out. So every once in a while they like to hop into a reading. But I would take that as good luck, because my cats are very, very good luck, and they're very loving. So they definitely bring that sense of loving nurturance with them wherever they go. All right. I wanted to get... No, actually, let's move on. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more about adjacent possibilities. What more can we know? Whoa. What more can we know about adjacent possibilities for Pisces? Any more? All right. I feel like there's one more. Ooh, I'm kind of excited. Okay, first card out, patience. So, in addition to everything that we've been talking about, aligning yourself with abundance and abundance mindset, be patient. It's on its way to you. It's already on its way. So just trust and know that the angels are with you, and everything that you hope to manifest is on its way to you. And I see this particularly in that way of that stability that I was talking about, particularly in the way of finding that grounding, finding solid footing, solid ground. That keeps coming up, okay? And check this out, door to spirit. Some of you may be, I would say, more newly awakening into your relationship with spirit. And some of you may have had a relationship with spirit when you were much younger, but put that aside for other things for a time being. And now you're reawakening into what's possible through spirit. And that could be anything for you. That could be, it could be anything. It could be nature, it could be praying, it could be meditation, it could be anything. But when I think of, and here comes Edward again, when I think of aligning with spirit, I directly correlate that with the same idea as aligning within ourselves, right? When we become totally attuned and aligned with who we are, then then we are clearer about our connection to everything. And that's opening that door into divine abundance. Okay? All right. I think Edward has a message for you, but hello again, Pisces. Let's see if we can get through the rest of the reading without a feline disturbance, okay? All right. What more can we know for Pisces? What more can we know for Pisces? Caring connections. So for some of you, this may be related to partnership. For some of you, it may be related to friendship. But I do feel like this is that male connection I was mentioning earlier about having somebody in your life who's very supportive, where there's mutual support. This feels more brotherly, more familial, and not as romantic in this case. So I feel like that's a beautiful reinforcement of that original message that there's going to be some healing as you connect into those relationships. There will be some mutual healing that will benefit both of you. And then walking away. This to me signifies walking away from old belief systems, past patterns, things that just no longer serve you. And for some of you, that might be walking away from a job or a lifestyle that is no longer serving you. But I do feel on the overall, this is more about your inner journey right now, and that movement toward this inner sense of stability and groundedness. So there may be some beliefs and patterns that you need to walk away from in order to achieve that goal. Let's see if we can find out anything more about that. What is Pisces walking away from? Second chakra. Yeah. So this is the Sacral Chakra, which is where energy lives, right? This is energy, the vitality, creative fire. This is a sense of, I like the word chutzpah, which is a Yiddish word for like your humph, your go-get-em kind of thing. And it may be that for some of you, you have not fully manifested your heart's desire because you don't have enough of that humph, that energy, that chutzpah to actually bring it into focus. In all other ways, you're able to bring it into focus. You're able to visualize it and see it and feel it, but you can't actually physically manifest it. This is the energy center of physical manifestation, okay? And it's possible that where that belief that I was talking about, the belief that keeps you stuck or just on this side of your abundance, that energy is stuck in your second chakra. So you can do some meditations around clearing that energy. There's a lot of information available around that. What else do we need to know for Pisces? Action. That's exactly what I was just saying, that humph action. So yeah, in a very, very short period of time, I mean, I'm seeing a couple of days, in the next 1 to 3 days, you're going to need to take action on something. You're going to become aware of something that you weren't seeing before, and you're going to know exactly what it is, and you're going to realize this is the thing I need to take action on. This is the thing I need to do. I'm going to look at caring connections as well, just a bit here. Ooh, indecision under caring connections. So there may be, for some of you, there may be something about relationship here where you're unsure how to move forward. What it's feeling like to me is you're not sure if you should go back to the past or move forward with something else. And this is a little funny because the energy is not coming through like necessarily that there's two partners that you have an option to choose between. It's more like two patterns. So patterns of behavior. So you have the option of going back, right? Sticking with what you know, continuing to do what you've always done. Or you have the option of moving down this new path, right? Addressing this behavior pattern or this belief pattern, healing that, and opening your life in a whole new way. And for some of you, the romantic connection that you seek will come after you move down the pathway of healing this belief, embracing abundance, recognizing your worth, and as you open up that energy in your life, for some of you, a new partner will come in, a new possible romantic partner. So let's look at overall outcomes. I love it. So overall outcomes, healing in that first chakra. I talked about this at the beginning of the message, having that base chakra as your foundation. So really healing that energy center. That's the ultimate outcome here, is that this sense of stability and groundedness will be healed for you, and you will be able to move forward with confidence moving forward. And as these areas become healed, here's your new person coming in to romance you. And he looks very alluring, doesn't he? So for some of you, if this is not a new romantic partner, it could also be a new alluring idea, a promotion, something like that. But it'll be something that ignites your heart and your passion, something that you find fulfilling and rewarding. And finally, this is beautiful. So the other outcome of this healing that you're going to go through or going through or in the middle of is that you're going to come into a new place of power with your own voice, with your own presence. You're going to step into a new energy of confidence that maybe you haven't experienced before. And it's going to allow you to speak your truth authentically, which is going to have more people observing you and respecting you. And that shift in you, again, is going to help move you forward even that much further. So this is a beautiful reading, Pisces. This is a beautiful reading, a really lovely outcome. And let's see what the angel cards have to say for you. Middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. And that makes total sense. All right, my Pisces friends, it's been lovely reading for you. I hope these messages have been helpful, and we will see you back in about a month or so. And I'm wishing you all the best. Blessings.